If you own a WordPress website, you probably know by now that you need to update the plugins regularly. So plugins in WordPress offer a lot of functionality. They're pretty much necessary in order to make the type of websites that we want to make nowadays, with modern websites. So there's plugins for SEO, there's plugins for formation of the site in certain ways, for contact forms, for security, for analytics. There's a lot of different plugins that you're going to have on your website. And each one of those website plugins are going to need to be updated regularly. And so a good analogy for website plugins I like to use, I thought of this, is that it's kind of like when you're towing a vehicle. If you ever towed a vehicle with a tow strap, you know if there's too much slack that happens when the vehicle gets too close to the other one and then the other vehicle takes off, it gives a jerking slam that happens. There's too much slack that's gone in between the two, and it can cause the tow rope to snap, or it cause the vehicles to kind of jar and jerk, and it's not really good. So you always want to keep that tension. So if you can imagine that a WordPress website has a bunch of cars that it's towing, essentially, those are all the plugins, and you want to always keep the code up to date with the main installation. The main installation has certain code it's running. It's going to be up to date to a certain level. All the plugins need to have code that's up to date, so it's cruising along at the same speed. If they fall behind, there's too much slack, and then they boom, and then sometimes they break. So that's basically an analogy that you can visualize for how the plugins become out of sync with the WordPress installation, and then everything crashes and everything breaks. So you always want to update those. And updates come in three main categories. So that is security, which is the most important. So if it's a security patch, that's ultimately what you need to update the plugin very, very quickly. And we don't really know always what these updates are about. So security is definitely number one. It could be performance. So there could be a new feature that the plugin's adding, or it could do a certain type of a new set of ways that it can interact with your website. So it could be performance related. That's the second category. And then the third category is just not applicable or anything. Nothing you're going to notice. We don't really know. Sometimes I think most updates kind of fall into this third basket, where you're not seeing like a lot of features added. You're not seeing necessarily security patches. You don't really know why it's being updated. But I like to always err on the side of safety and just go, well, I'm going to update my plugins anyways, because it may be a security patch, and those are the most important that you need to update regularly. So if you own a WordPress website and you haven't updated your plugins recently, get a hold of me. I can help you. I can go update those for you, make sure that everything is safe and secure and that the website's not going to crash. And if you're not hosting with a company that can take care of that for you, you can host with my company. We do all the updates for free when you host with us. So this is Joe Phil with SkyPoint Studios. Thank you for watching my videos as always, and I'll catch you on the next video.